morning, everyone. In today my session, we are going to talk about seven surprising traits of highly strategic thinkers. Right? Actually, I want to thankful for the LinkedIn about this. All of these things I am learning. I'm getting this is the source which I'm getting by the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the primary source which I am getting all these things, narrative knowledge and everything. Okay, so in this episode, we're gonna talk about the strategic thinkers. And number one, slowly we will do it. I'll explain you everything slowly because these videos, it's not gonna be more than 10 minutes. Maximum it could be more than it should be nearly to approximation. I cannot say approximation, but about 10 minutes. Because these things very highly controversial and highly innovative things. So very briefly, it should be very briefly, because if I explain these things around 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 1 hour like that, nobody going to view it. These things. Okay. There are a couple of things I have to explain you today. Number one is bad with detail. Number two, radically honest. Number three, great writers. And number four, naturally contrarian and action oriented. Number six and number five and number six, takes responsibility. And number seven, kind of unprofessional. So we are going to talk about, there is a time for a process, right? And a time for professionalism also. But strategizing, it is not, and it is requires the free-wheeling, playful, mischievous approach. Also, that is more at home in the bar than the boardroom. That's where the breakthrough occurs. How to practice? Take it out of the office. It is very kind of unprofessional, but you have to be professional somehow also. Take responsibility. You have to have a responsibility of everything what you do. If you are a strategic thinker, if you are a professional, and one of the main reasons many struggles and the strategies is that they don't want to be responsible for the being decision, and that when things go wrong. But strategic thinkers create and curve that responsibility, or that they are very least and they don't mind it, of course. And how to practice? Admit that your strategy is just an opinion and on it, right? Action oriented. You should be an action oriented person if you are working in a environment, especially research environments, right? Action oriented means there is nothing more unless than strategy. That is all thinkings, no doing. So true strategists are always about the action, and they don't think so much about the analysis. As the consequences of the analysis, how to practice? Don't talk about the strategy, talk about the strategic acts instead of. Yes, exactly. Naturally contrarian. Naturally contrarian, okay? And actually these things, strategy is a less a skill and more personality type. Want to get the better at it. So if you want to get a better at it, you have to use these strategies. Then think about how much your working style matches to the following traits, right? Naturally contrarian. Contrarian should be insight are not uncovered just by thinking differently. But the opposite strategic thinkers can't help questioning received wisdom, often to their determined, and allowing them to uncover fresh angles and secrets. How to practice keep acting where you disagree with competitors. That's number 3. Bad with details. Have to be bad with details. That is all about bad with details. Actually, contrary is a popular belief. Strategic thinkers are not detailed oriented. Instead of feel uncomfortable with it, and so automatically retreats to zoomed out thinking, and which is where strategic thinking happens. How to practice? Try to explain the grist of situations, and rather than giving it all the information. Right? That is all about bad with detail. And we go into the radically honest. The effectiveness of the strategy directly correlates with the one thing, truth. No matter how inconvenient or ugly it might be. So the strategist must be comfortable with the grasping and speaking that truth. How to explain? How to practice? So you have to explain how your strategy contradicts what you straight thought before. Right? Great writers. That's the last one. Right? Radically honest. I was talking about the radically honest and the great writers. All strategy is a communication. It is a persuasive statement of what should be done and why. So how you can nail that without being good writers? You can't. So straight must hone this skill until the things off the page. It means you have to start writing and keep writing public. Example in LinkedIn as much as you can. So this is a great strategic things. The surprising traits of the highly strategic thinkers. Strategic thinking and critical thinking those are the things which I have. I think critical thinking, about the critical thinking I explained you before. And actually I'm gonna start, and I have something to do. I'm gonna ask some publishers, and I will write a book about the strategic thinking and my experience. Right? Actually, these things goes with the practical scenarios. That's number 1. And once it comes, secondly, I'm going to make an audio recording audio book, maybe few hours long. I'm going to do it anyhow. So this is all about the strategic thinking, and see you in another great video. Bye bye.